Hey everybody, Carlos here from Foresight Effects. Welcome to another forecast video, September 10th, 2015. Let's get right into the forecast review, where we're setting aside on the market. Let's see what the market has done and what opportunities that we have. Starting with the pound yen, we were setting aside. We can clearly see here the market is overbought right there at over 80 level, and while the market just try to commence a set of movement based on the 1 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, we see the width apart confirmation that they probably going to sustain a little bit further up. But the point here is, as I mentioned, I wanted to see the prices hitting above and beyond at least the prior highs here in the 87.47. They failed to do that, even though that I had a synergy zone plot in place. That high is giving me quite a a second thought process. Now, the other point here that I want to make sure is, if you notice the angle of attack of the moving average is pretty much too aggressive for the sake of understanding that if they indeed start to do kind of a sideways and a bigger pullback, it's going to take longer than expected, meaning I will expect and suspect a lot of resistance and buying pressure as soon as they hit the area of the zone. So I'm going to give it a shot, a little bit more aggressive type of trading, and I'm looking for a buy setup. After a bounce between 85, 89, 84, 88, I will wait definitely for a break above the pivot step, back up by everything that we've been taught, that we've been following through on the methodologies, and I taught you through the process of this video forecast. We're going to be targeting 87, 82, 88, 85, and 89, 38. Euro yen, the exact same process. I'm not even going to explain the process here, but only that I'm going to the 4 hour chart. Nice separation, nice angle of attack, still going on, not just reaching the 80 level, but quite a few moments to go. New highs right at the end of the day. I thought that they really want to provide a bigger pullback, but they didn't. So a pullback of 35.66, 35.29, targeting 36.41, 36.76, and 37.31. So going long, euro yen. Dollar yen, I don't like the way that it looks. Pretty awkward. We can clearly see here. These guys are just flatting out, kind of momentum is dying out, standing outside from it. Australian dollar, we gotta go for a new highs, confirming price action, a pullback to buy between 70.56, 70.13. After confirming with a pivot step entry, we're going to be targeting 71.05, 71.18, and 71.36. Not much of a run to the upper side, to be quite honest with you. And the reason being for that is, I go back, you notice that we're sitting duck right there, pretty close to a lot of support areas. So this is a trade that I probably take, but I'm going to focus only on I'm probably focusing on maybe 10-15 pips. If you know exactly what to expect from the market, because you already know the characteristics of the market, so you use that information. We call that the profiling, or the instrument intel, right? The marketing intel. So in this case, that depends on how you use it. But in this case, I would probably go for 10 pips, and that's it, because I don't see much movement in that area. All right, from the zone to the first area, it's 50, 60, 80, minus 40. That's 40. That's the most amount of gain that I'm probably going to take on the Australian dollar. Is about 40 points, give or take. I would say 5 on each side, right? So that's minus 10. That's going to be a clean 20 to 30 point potential movement for us, and from entry to exit, if indeed we got a trigger on it. Moving on, euro dollar, we're looking for a buy setup, 12.45, 12.01, targeting 13.23, 13.41, and 13.83. And last but not least, pound dollar. Let me go back. Remember that I said we got to gauge that area. That was blown out. Awesome stuff. Nice angle of attack. And now we feel confident of potentially buying this market on a fade out of the pullback between 54.26 and 53.96, targeting 54.85, 55.17, and 55.68. So as you can see, now we have all across the board opportunity. Let's see if the market indeed help us out. Most of these markets are already overrun, but the way that I see it, this looks like more of a wave 1, 2, kind of a third wave up. It might be the case, not quite sure, but once again, it could be. So let's see if that works out. We're going long also on the euro dollar. Nice movement here with impulse move in one direction. That looks awesome. Retest of this highs makes sense. So a pullback would provide us with a great opportunity to target those. Also going long on the Australian dollars, sitting aside on the dollar yen. Potential buys set up on the euro yen as well. That's awesome. It just makes sense since euro is going up and we're just not trading on the yen. That also makes sense. And this guy's as a buy has the same analogy. Let's see if we work that out. This is Carlos Diaz from Forex Effects, and I'll see you on the next forecast.